Hey, this is Max. I'm back with another CSR2 video. This time it's the Fenyr Supersport, which is coming up in about a day for Golden Cup. Once again, with the help of the Mysterious Stranger, I am here to give you a Stage 6 breakdown for the Fenyr Supersport. Before we start, let's take a look at where the car is fully maxed. This is now a fully maxed Fenyr with all Stage 6 installed. I am able to get a dyno time out of this car of 7.980 with basically a simple tune, which is right, left, and 5248. So that is your fully maxed Fenyr Supersport time. Let's go back and start looking at stage 5 and then moving up with individual stage 6s. Okay, let's start off putting the car back to stage 5 only by removing all stage 6s that we have. Now, each stage 6 comes with certain fusion slots. You want to remember that not having the fusions in those slots, even with all stage 6s, your car could be easily a second slower. So you need to keep in mind that fusions as well as stage 6s are both important for the purpose of getting where you want to be with the car. Let's take a look at what we can get out of the tune here. I'm feeling that the Nitrous at about 5 seconds should be about a decent time for it. Obviously, it won't be as low a final gear, and I believe I can leave the tires where they are. So what you're going to have approximately is a 9.79, 9.8 time for your stage 5 only. Maybe up to eke out another point or two, but right now that's about the best I'm going to pull without a lot of fine tuning. So 9.792 is the benchmark for stage 5 with full fusion. Again, without full fusions or without a lot of fusions missing, you could be as much as 2 seconds slower. Okay, let's start looking at the first of the stage 6s. We started on body, let's go with body. Decent PP jump, decent Evo jump, should be a decent stage 6. Okay, let's find out where this is. First of all, we need to play with this a little bit to see if the numbers will jump with certain adjustments, and oftentimes it could. 1588, maybe 1589 at best. Nope, 1588. Let's see what it does. 9.3. Now, you start off at almost 9.8. 9.79 to 9.36 is a decent drop. Would there be another stage 6 that could be a lot higher? Possibly. So body came out to be one of the decent ones. Let's move on to the next one and see where that brings us. I'm going to leave nitrous last and actually move to the right. So we're going to go to tire for the next one. A little bit of PP increase. Not as much increase in Evo as body, so I'm not anticipating it to do as much as body did. Let's see what this one will do. Now, without tweaking anything else, let's see what the tire adjustments will do for us. Not a whole lot, right? So we're leaving that alone. And let's see if we can get more grip going here. I mean, more final gear, I should say. Let's see. 9.6 from a 9.79. So tire is not that impressive. And it doesn't look like tweaking some of the other numbers really will do much. So that's your tire, not the best so far. Okay, so we have tire coming in at the bottom right now and body coming in on top, but we have a lot more to go. Let's take a look at transmission. That's a large PP jump. However, the Evo actually went down, but that doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It just means that tuning is definitely needed. Let's see what it does. There's hope that transmission will actually still be adjustable to a higher number, although those hopes are somewhat dashed at this point. This is not necessarily boding well. Ooh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. 9.79 to 9.49 is about a 3/10 drop. So I will accept that as a decent stage 6. It's certainly good enough for the purpose of what we're looking for. That's a nice drop, so transmission definitely would be one to look for. All right, so transmission and body both drops a decent amount for the times. Let's move on to engine. Generally, engine, turbo, and intake can be hit or miss. Now, turbo and intake is generally worse, but let's see if this engine's going to do much. Well, that's not much, but that did jump quite a bit. Hey, that's a good sign. Doesn't mean it's going to beat either trans or body, but let's see what it did. Let's do a straight up dyno first. 9.5, so not too far off from body. Actually, almost as good as I'm sorry, almost as good as trans, which is nice. And I haven't even tuned it yet. This might actually be on par with transmission. 9.48. This is definitely on par with transmission, and that is a good thing. So that means engine or trans will give you a decent drop in time. All right, so we know engine's pretty strong. In fact, it's almost equivalent to transmission as far as dropping the time. So that's a very good thing. Let's move on to turbo. We only have 3 left. We got turbo next, intake, and then nitrous, which generally should be decent, but let's see how well turbo performs first. Based on the change right there, assuming tuning is not needed, I would say turbo would drop at least a tenth and a half. Well, maybe not quite. It's about a tenth from 7.9 to 6.2, almost. Yeah, it's about a tenth and a half. Which of course is not terrible, but is really not that much either. So a tenth and a half isn't going to get you very far when you're trying to basically reach what could possibly be the final Golden Cup time much quicker than that with many fewer stage 6s. So turbo isn't that great, but it actually is about the same level as tire. Let's take a look at intake. Definitely not going to be as good as turbo, I would say, but probably going to be somewhere in the mid to high 9.6s. Yep, 9.668. That's without fine tuning, although I doubt I can get much Evo change out of this one, even with fine tuning. And that seems to be the number that we're going to get, 9.658, right around the middle. Not too far off from turbo and tire. So there's your 3 worst ones right there. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, which is now going to be nitrous. See, nitrous could turn out either to be a hero and does great, or it could turn out to be a 0. But I would think in this case, nitrous will do something. Will it do more than transmission, engine, or body? That's a hard thing to estimate. But one thing for sure is that it does generate decent Evo from where it was. Ooh, that's not bad, 9.401. It's already beat trans and engine. Can it in fact beat body? No, not quite. Very close though. So nitrous and body are the 2 big ones, along with trans and engines. If you have those 4 stage 6s, you probably won't have a problem hitting the target time. And that would bring us to the big question. What is likely to be the target time? What are some of the combinations we may end up needing in order to get to that target time? Let's take a look at the target time using the big boys. Let's use nitrous, body, trans, and engine. This would be the upper end of where the Golden Cup might end up with. If you can run this fast, you can definitely or should definitely beat the Cup. So let's see what this fast means. We have all the big boys all the stage sixes that are going to make a difference, really, a large difference in any case. And where did that put us? 8.3. 8.3. Now, no, the car only does 7.98 maxed, maybe 7.89 if you're a wonderful world-class driver in this game. 8.3 is really, really fast. I don't think a regular Golden Cup should be that quick. My money is on probably around 8.6, 8.7, and if natural motion is actually generous, it might be 8.9 for the final time. If we drop off engine, we may be able to get a better feel for where this may be. I don't think you're going to beat this Golden Cup with two stage sixes, even if you have the biggest one. Um, Sometimes I know they've done that, but I think you're probably going to need three. So if natural motion decides to give us, say, 8.8, you may be able to do it with something like two good, one bad, stage six. Just two stage sixes, the two biggest ones, which is nitrous and body, would still barely get you under 8.9. So you would need probably in a 9.0 final time in order to beat it with just two stage sixes. But we can take a look at that. Um, let's take a look at just two stage sixes, the two big ones, and where that leaves us. Looks like Evo went up. 8.99. So let's say natural motion was being somewhat generous because this is two of the best stage six with full fusion. This would be the slower end of Golden Cup, in my opinion, for a final time, 8.9. I think most likely it's going to be quicker than that, probably 8.7 being the most likely final target time. And to hit 8.7 with other combinations, you're going to need at least one or two of the big ones, plus the regular ones as well. So you're not going to get it with just one or two stage sixes. You're going to need that third one, and you're going to need some of the big ones. Because if you don't have the big ones and you only have the little guys like these three right here, you're not going to get too far. I think you're not even going to get under 9.3, maybe a 9.5. 9.4 probably is possible, but I doubt you're going to get under 9.3 with this. Oh, 9.312 is not quite as bad as I had thought. You may actually get under 9.3 with a 9.29 something. Let's see what that gives us. 297. Okay, so three of the worst to three of the best is about a 1 second difference. That's something to think about. Not quite 1 second, I would say about 7/10 difference. That's a big difference. So that's kind of what you're looking at potentially with this cup. If you only have the bad ones, to get 8.9, you would need probably four stage sixes. One, two, three, four, and that's with full fusion. Mind you, if you don't have full fusion, you could be another second slower, depending on how many fusions you're missing. So then it would really be all six stage sixes and still be running under the 8.9 mark. So 8.9 is not exactly an easy mark to hit. I think that is actually a relatively fair final time, 8.9 to 8.7 range, with 8.9 being slightly on the easier side and 8.7 being slightly on the harder side. And if we get really lucky, maybe they'll make it a 9.0 to 9.1. That would be great. So good luck this season with the Golden Cup. I hope that you have success. I actually only have two stage sixes on my car. I'm not looking particularly to build this car. Here's why: because I have not been able to get this car to beat Dyno in live. And it also has not shown me that it actually match makes really favorably against other cars. Given that situation, this car is not necessarily going to be a very good live racer. And ultimately, you're going to spend all this effort and resources and money to beat a cup and then not get much use out of this car afterwards, then it's not really a very good car then, in my opinion. Well, and that concludes the stage 6 effects of this particular car for the purpose of this video. I hope you liked the video. Please feel free to comment, ask questions, and let me know your thoughts on this car and whether you're looking forward to using it in the future or your findings on it is similar to mine as far as live racing is concerned. As always, please feel free to comment, ask questions, give me insights, and leave a like for the video if you like the video. If you have anything particular that you'd like to see in the future, do let me know. And please subscribe to the channel so that when I do these Stage 6 videos, you'll get notification and you will be able to join me and watch these videos when I first post them up. I will usually try to put them up before the events start. And the next one coming would be the Rocket Bunny GTI, which is the coming Prestige Cup car. That'll be the next video in the series of Stage 6 effects. As always, I appreciate you watching my videos, and I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching.